Jim, congratulations on the new job. Welcome to Cove Rangers. How does it feel to be back in the game?
Thank you very much. First and foremost, yeah, I'm absolutely delighted. It's come out of the blue, I've got to be honest. Obviously, I don't think anybody expected Paul to leave, having done such a brilliant job with the players. But it came around really quickly. Went through the interview process, which was always good to get a gauge of people. I think the first one was on Zoom, which is very difficult, but sitting in front of people, you get a feeling for them, and likewise they get a feeling for you, and from there it was pretty quick, really. It's a great opportunity for me to get back in the game personally. Probably one that I thought was slipping away, which I'm glad it's not. So now it's a chance and an opportunity at a club that's on the up. But we do realise it's going to be another level that we're going up this year, and it's going to be difficult. But it's one that I feel the squad that's in place at the moment are more than capable of competing at.
It's rare, I guess, that you take over a club that is in such a strong position. More often than not, you're firefighting when you come into a new job. So does that make it easier or more difficult from your point of view?
I've actually got a wee bit of experience in this one because it happened at Queen of the South. I took the job in July when Alan Johnson got poached by Kilmarnock. So, and the squad was already set. So in some ways there's a lot of similarities to the job, albeit there is a few players still required here, whereas that job there was pretty much, I could only add one or two loan signings, but the similarities are similar. It's a group of players that are used to winning games, winning titles, have been really successful, and you can't buy that, but I think there's enough experience in that dressing room to know that the Championship is a step up, but I believe it's, as I said earlier, it's a step that they're more than capable of taking. But I think the best way to judge it when you get into the new league is to get through the first round of games, see where you're at, you've eyed everybody up, you've seen what the opposition has to offer, and then you can have a chat with the boys and say, right, this is what we're facing.
So what are your first priorities now that you've been announced, the season coming fast upon us?
Well, the first priorities is to get on the training ground with the players, meet the players, looking forward to doing that, looking forward to getting back on the pitch, and obviously the phone will be going red hot, no doubt with agents and players getting offered your way, so it's important that we, in terms of signing players, that we make the right signings, and if it takes a couple of weeks to do that, it's not ideal. Obviously when you're starting pre-season you want everybody in the building, but it's an ongoing process, and we've got to make sure it's the right type that fit, as I say, the good quality players that we already have.
So the ambitions, you've talked already about maintaining Cove Rangers' place in the Championship. Is that the realistic aim for the campaign ahead?
Well, I think it's when you come into a new league, and there is a step up, then you've got to look at, right, first things first. That's the parameters that's been set by Keith and the board, that we want to maintain our status. I think as a manager and a group of players, you've always got higher aspirations than that, and I think you just need to look at a Broth who have done unbelievably well, and there always can be a surprise package. So, but as I say, we're not going to shout our mouth off and say we're going to do this or do that. Let's get the first round of games through with, and then you can gauge where you're at. But I certainly believe that we're going into one of the most competitive leagues, that's for sure. You've seen the results last year, you've seen how many teams were involved in possibly getting relegated or getting into the playoffs. It wasn't really decided until the last few weeks. Such an exciting league, any team can beat any team on the day. And it just shows you need to be at it week in, week out to have a good season in the Championship.
You've talked today already about you were beginning to miss the game. You've been out for almost 3 years. I can just tell by the look in your face, the excitement in your eyes. You're relishing this opportunity, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. I think sometimes you get a wee bit comfortable when you think you're not getting back in. I decided to go and retrain and start a personal training business, and it's been going brilliant for the last year, and I've enjoyed my life and spending a lot more time with the family and not having any pressure at the weekend, but equally I've missed it in a kind of sick way. When you start to see the prizes getting handed out at the end of last season, and I seen my wee pal in the playoffs, and it does get the fire burning, and obviously this opportunity came about, as I say, out of the blue, so it wasn't a difficult decision. You know, if you say no to this, then it's probably you're going to be a personal trainer for the rest of your life. So, as I say, I'm really pleased to be here, and I can't wait to get started.
And just finally, I wonder what kind of Jim McIntyre we're going to see in the dugout, because let's be honest, you've been known to be a bit fiery on occasion in the past, haven't you?
I have. I don't think that'll change. I might be slightly mellower, but I think it's a passion for the game and a passion to want to win, and I want my team to be as good as they can be. And if I come off the pitch and lost the game and given everything I've got, then they'll not get any complaints from me.